Well, it's your favourite time of the week, viewers, for the Heads Up podcast. Neil Davis and the GOAT going through all the action yet again, Neil. It's an early Friday morning. We're getting this done and dusted early in the piece. So a very good morning to you. And how did last week treat you?
Well, we're still fronting up. The get out of the bail bets got up. Aracena and Deerfield, so we front up again. So, no, it's been a good week. Been down to a few places and got back safely, and looking forward to a good weekend of racing, even though we aren't going to have crowds there.
You must have been sweating with Aracena. Literally, she only got third in the last stride.
Well, I'll tell you what, top of the straight, I thought, she's out at the right time, but geez, she's wide. And she had to be good to get third, my feeling was. And after analysing the sectionals, they didn't go hard up front. So as it turned out, she did really well to get third.
Just on that Matamata track, wasn't it amazing? And I guess it's the perils of betting early. Everyone assumed that out wide would be the place to be, and it probably was for the first couple of races. But by the end of the day, you wanted to be back on the fence as the track dried with that strong wind, etc. So just amazing how a track can change in the matter of hours, isn't it?
It's interesting because David Walsh has talked about that before with this, hasn't he? And whether it's perception of riders, even when Alan Sharrock said the plan was to sit three wide with Aracena, which was a fair enough plan because the fence at that stage did seem to be off. As it turned out, the inside was okay. So, but was it okay that time of day? I'm going to be walking the Tauranga track this morning, so I'll know for myself how it's going to play tomorrow. So put that report up. But it can change throughout the day, like you say, and that's part of the fun of punting, It's not an exact science.
Absolutely. Make sure you wear your gumboots. It'd be pretty wet underfoot there at Tauranga Racecourse today. But hey, we've got 7 races to look forward to. No crowds. We won't be there, but there's still 7 winners to be found, Neil. Shall we have a look at the main race on the card, which happens to be race 6, the Opal Kiwi Packaging Kiwi Fruit Cup for the Open Handicappers. Well, actually, the open race, not exactly an open handicap, but favourite up the top, one of your favourite horses, actually, My Gift, 280, 62 with a 3 kg claim. What do you reckon? My Gift, value at 280?
Well, I thought about 260, 270, but it's about a fair price. But you look through it, it's not a bit of a cut field, is it? When you first look through it. And I thought My Gift, we know he just puts his head down and goes, even though he's an 8-year-old. He gets that 3 kgs off. And last week at Matamata, he was soft in the market, which is unusual for him. And there was a 3-week break in between starts. So I'm picking he may have just sort of needed that half run, and he'll be spot on for this. And you look back through his form, his last 4 starts right-handed. His last start right-handed was here. No, it was a Pukekohe over a mile. He ran on well. That was fresh up, so you can give him that one. But his 3 previous starts right-handed on wet tracks over middle distances, he's won. I think he's just a better horse this way around. He's got form left in it, but what do you reckon?
Well, it's a pretty good recipe for success, middle distance, wet track, right-handed.
Yeah.
So I can't disagree with you. I'm going to throw one out mainly for a sentimental or I guess even an omen after the events of last week at Ballarat, where our good friend BT Junior saluted in the Grand National Steeplechase. Of course, BT Junior is by Nom de Jus, and number 7 in the Kiwi Fruit Cup Junior, no BT in front, just Junior, is also by Nom de Jus. And he's had 1 start on the course for 1 win. I think he'll appreciate the underfoot conditions too there tomorrow. So just a bit of a sentimental one to throw in, perhaps. Junior, what do you reckon?
Oh, definitely. No, he's a nice horse. Gets a couple of kgs off. Chelsea Burton, she's riding well. I think that the fence, it's going to be like a 116, 117 track, but I'll confirm that after I walk the track. Had a fair bit of rain in Tauranga in the last few weeks. It's going to be a hard slog. You're going to have to be a really fit, strong horse, and My Gift fits every bill there. But like you say, he's not great value, but I think he'll win the race. Right. There's some good racing there tomorrow, actually. A couple of other horses I like there. I've actually got up on the website already, so readers can see those. Nothing else you like on the day in Australia?
I think there's a good thing in the first race, which I don't think too many people will have any problem working out that horse, but we'll include that in our get out of jail bets.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can keep that roll going,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you'll find something else to multi into it with, and we'll keep that roll going. And we won't have a sports bet this week, Neil. We'll lick our wounds after a disappointing performance last week. I think the market in the lead up to kickoff indicated our chances were looking slim as the prices basically flip-flopped with the Western Bulldogs becoming favourites, Melbourne on the drift. So we read that one wrong, and accordingly the result was not in our favour. So we'll have a break, but you'll be telling everyone, get back on that bandwagon. The top 8 is in sight. The Warriors can do it.
Isn't sight too with Warriors. Great win last Sunday. Stopped off at David's place last Sunday and watched the game with him. We ended up backing the Warriors. Yes, we did a stupid thing, backed them at half time. Thinking, oh, these guys are playing all right. Let's just ride the bandwagon.
What price?
They won well.
What price did you get at half time?
260. Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the Bulldogs, they could not score in a brothel. They look very ordinary on attack. I can't see them scoring many points in their remaining games based on what I saw of that game last week. So
it's interesting observation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
On to more positive things though, Neil. I have to eat humble pie, don't I? What were my exact words? I don't think more than 3 people will get this answer right.
Yeah.
Well, blow me down. How many did get the answer to last week's question, which was, who was that horse that won the 1999 Manawatu Steeplechase? The answer, Bob Dobolino. And how many?
9 people got it. They were coming in thick and fast, dude. They all thought they were on top, and they sold
9
ultras,
people.
They weren't. 9 people. Give me a number between 1 and 9.
Well, I'm going with number 1. Whoever was the quickest off the rank deserves the chocolates.
Aaron P.
Okay.
Well done, Aaron. You'll better be up by noon tomorrow, and we'll see how you go. Right, a new question.
Yeah, well, Kiwi Fruit Cup, unusual for it to be run at this meeting, normally a June race, but with the COVID situation, it was moved to this meeting. But we reflect on a Kiwi Fruit Cup, probably the most famous Kiwi Fruit Cup of all, a race that many people will remember for all the wrong reasons, when Opie Bosson sat up on what looked like the dead set winner and got swamped right on the line. Who was the horse that Opie Bosson sat up on in that particular Kiwi Fruit Cup? Shouldn't be too hard. Text or email your answers through to Neil by Tuesday, and you could be a winner this time next week.
Yeah, good. Common question for that, Frank. 027 352 6402 or formpro@formpro.co.nz by Tuesday night. You'll be into that draw for next week's hunt. Rightio. Brickbats and bouquets.
Well, I don't know if this will be a brickbat or a bouquet. We'll probably know in about 6 months' time.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to determine what it actually is. But the announcement came out yesterday from Dean McKenzie, head of the new TAB organisation, that there's been a fairly substantial broom go through the senior management ranks, and we're seeing the departure of a few executives, and a few new faces coming in. So we will see whether these new people can do the job that the industry expects and wants them to do. I think it would be fair to say we couldn't rely on the previous team to get the job done. So hopefully this new team will do it, but time will tell. You've got a bouquet though, Neil, greyhound trainer.
Yeah, Lisa Cole is the official trainer. Brendan Cole, her partner in life, is there as well. But I think they had 8 starters in the New Zealand Oaks last night at Addington. It was a great performance, I felt. And how many other codes? I've never seen another code. The Purdens had just about a full field in a group race, but that was just an outstanding performance. And big time Elsa jumped at the front, and David, who was doing the selections for the Greyhounds last night for the Form Pro side, put her in as a good each way chance, and she led, trailed, came with the last stride to get up in the very last bound. I think 11 and 3, I think it was, and then. So well done, David. He does
Sounds like a good ride.
It was. It was a perfect ride, actually. Yeah, no, great Brendan Cole. He's you hear him speak. He loves what he does, and he's been through the ringer lately, and come out the other end. So that's racing. We all go through the ringer at some stage in our lives. So
I'll let you in on a little secret.
yep. Don't tell anybody. Yeah.
No, it's all right. He won't mind me saying. No, I've got to know Brendan over the last few months, attending the Wanganui Greyhounds. He's a good fella to chat to, actually, and he's always thinking and always looking to be one step ahead. So his latest venture is he's breeding greyhounds, American-bred greyhounds. And he told me in America, the minimum distance they run over is, I think, 580 metres. So these are going to be strong types. So look out for some American-bred greyhounds hitting the tracks in the next 12 to 18 months. Maybe sooner, actually, but somewhere around there. So, something to look out for.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I know it was, he said, out of all those 8 bitches that raced in the Oaks last night, he's going to breed from every one of them. As you know, Mrs. may not know, but he breeds all his own dogs, most of his own dogs, and has imported sperm from other dogs in Australia, breeding with his dogs. So he's got down to a fine art.
He's got a very impressive. He's got an impressive setup at his property there, just out of Palmy. Got his own track and all that. So he certainly does it pretty professionally, and I guess the results speak for themselves on the track, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do. Yeah. Okay. Rightio. Time for Stump the Goat. Get a little soundbite, shouldn't I?
Oh dear, yeah. It's like Jaws. The sharks are about to attack, and I think I'm going to get swallowed up here. I'm not feeling confident, Neil.
Not but I'll tell you, odds of getting all 3 here are about 100 to 1.
Okay.
This is from Sid. Thanks, Sid, for these questions. Question 1. At the turn of the century,
the recent turn of the century?
The recent one, yeah.
Okay, I was alive then.
ARC introduced a novel event being a steeplechase on New Year's Day. What horse trained by Anne and Ken Brown won the inaugural event?
Oh, yeah, there was I remember the hurdle. They used to have hurdle races on Boxing Day and New Year's Day in about 2004
That's right.
and 5. A horse called Nickerberry won both one year. But the steeplechase, yeah, they did run a steeplechase over the hill on New Year's Day.
Starts with S.
Starts with S. One word?
Yep.
Starts with S, one word.
Rhymes with Buggle.
Rhymes with what?
Buggle.
Snuggle.
Very good. You knew
Snuggle. Snuggle, that's right. Yeah. All right. We got there with a few clues.
Kick on the backside. Question 2. In 2012, a horse called Big Buck won his 18th jumping race in a row, breaking a 60-year-old world record held by Sir Ken for consecutive jumps racing wins. However, that record has since been broken by what horse? This is a world record.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's one over in England. Yes, one Cheltenham and places like that from memory.
We've got him, Sid.
I can't remember its bloody name. 2 words, eh? Is the name got 2?
One word starts with A.
Yeah. I can't think of it.
Altior,
that's okay.
Never heard of it. You heard of it?
Well, no, I read about it won all these jumps races in a row. It only set the record, I think, maybe March, April this year. So, you got me there, Sid. Well done.
Okay, last and final question. What horse came third? This is a good question. What horse came third behind Smart Hunter and Sir Avion when they dead heated in the 2001 Great Northern Steeples?
Now, when we had those Great Northern questions, I said I researched this. It's a John Wheeler trained horse.
I think he is, yeah.
Yeah, and it's one word, but I think it's spelt with one word, but it could be like it's kind of two words into
Sort
one.
of a compound word. You're on the right track.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
starts with a
I
W.
can't. It starts with W as well.
Yeah.
It's not Wanderlust. It is. Yeah, I can picture it in the wheel of colours. What's the second letter? W.
I.
Wicker Man.
Very good. Yeah, you had
Wicker
it there,
Man.
didn't you? To dig down deep and
Gee,
make the sawdust.
took. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As I think I mentioned, I was there that day. Unbelievable, that race. They basically went head to head for the last probably 5,000 plus metres.
Yeah, it was, I mean, that race really too. It
Wicker
was
Man,
terrific,
that's
wasn't
it.
it? Yeah, Wicker Man, I didn't know he was third, so now I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, good
Tell me,
question, Sid. I like those questions. You must
yeah,
love your jumps racing.
yeah. Now, if anybody else is listening and has a sort of a specialty area in racing or NRL or Aussie rules or
Nah, stick to racing. We
stick
like
to
our
racing,
racing questions.
no, bugger it, got NRL or something more.
Uh,
Rugby or something. Give us 3 or 4, 5 questions maximum, and we'll put them over and see how he goes. But you watched the chase?
yep.
Yeah, so do I. Great. So
Well, it was good the other day when they, what were they playing for 48 grand and they
yeah,
got 23 and she faltered on the very last question to pull up one short.
yeah.
That
But he
was
reckon
quite exciting.
if we put up 40 grand each Friday for you, think you get the questions right?
I reckon,
Probably.
it's not a silly idea. I know they used to do it in the past, and I think
Mm.
Stephen McKee was crowned the racing mastermind, but it'd
Yeah,
be
he
good
was
to
too.
get a racing quiz together and get, a whole cross section of people involved and yeah, I think something that everyone enjoys, thinking they know more than the next person. And that's why the whole pub quiz industry has gone well, and people love the chase and all that, and people love stumping the goat. So yeah, some sort of quiz for racing enthusiasts and across the whole board would be actually quite good. I would have thought we
Yeah,
could put
well,
a
I'll tell you what,
form pro team together.
well, I'm thinking if anybody out there is watching, listening, let us know if you'd be keen on being involved in a racing quiz, and I can get the questions organised, and maybe you could do that sort of a chase format. You're the chaser. They're all
Yeah,
racing questions. I don't know, we can discuss it, but if anyone's
yeah,
keen on being involved and being in the quiz, let us
not a bad
know, and
idea.
we'll jack
Yeah.
up something, because I enjoy
Uh,
those too. And if you make just general racing knowledge questions, hunting, training, riders, horses,
yeah.
all that sort of thing. Have a bit of fun. Anyway, we've got a busy day ahead of us, Scout. Thanks for signing up early this morning. We've got a good session and the sun's shining, and we're going to have a great day.
Cheers, Neil. All the best.
Okay, all the best, everybody. Make plenty of money.